Nicole. How are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
I'm so good. Thanks for coming on. I wanted to ask you a few questions about coaching with me and what your experience was like.
Sure.
Okay, cool. So we were together for about 3 months and we took you through a process of vision and goals and creating declarations. So overall, how was that experience working with me?
Was it was awesome, and it couldn't have come at a better time for me. Quite honestly, I feel like I'm not a stranger to vision and goals, but it had been a while since I really took the time. I recently had a new baby, and I was coming back into the workforce, and so it was just like the perfect time. There was a lot kind of up in arms in my life, and so it was the perfect thing to really be led through that process and working with you through that. And it made me kind of think of it, and who I am and how I need to navigate through my life a little bit differently than I was.
So great to hear. And throughout the time that we were working on your goals, was there anything that was sort of coming up for you or, challenges that you were experiencing? And how was it kind of like navigating through that together, like live on a Zoom call, talking it through with me? I'm just sort of curious. If you
Yeah,
could share.
there was a lot coming up for me. Um, I felt, I think at the first call with you, I think I cried actually. And just I felt very scattered and trying to pull the pieces together of being a mom and being working on my own company as well as within a company in a leadership role and trying to navigate all that. I have a stay-at-home husband, and so um, we were really trying to find our footing in our new world with COVID and with a new baby and with me going back to work. And so a lot of things came up for me in it, and just who I was through all of this. And I felt very unsure. So a lot of it sounds really cliche and cheesy, was like finding myself through all of this, and who I really was as a coworker, as a mom, as a partner, and as myself and my own kind of personal identity. So yeah, it definitely couldn't have come at a better time.
Thanks for sharing that. That's obviously very vulnerable and I really appreciate it. And, kudos to you for going through that process and making those declarations and commitments to yourself, your family, your business, showing up for your colleagues, et cetera, in the way that you did throughout the whole process. When you think about sort of coaching and, what it created for you, what would you say would be sort of like the biggest takeaway that you experienced through the coaching work
Oh,
together?
I mean, I think one of the biggest things for me, this sounds really extreme, but was that there was a light at the end of the tunnel, and I got really clear on where I was going and where my business was going, where my family was going, and it just gave me a lot of clarity in why I was doing everything that I was doing and what I was willing to do to get there and not do to get there. And so there was some declarations that I needed to make for my life. And what I didn't want to be a part of my life, and it just getting really clear on that I think I had kind of forgotten that I'm in choice, and
Mm.
that I can really make those boundaries, and that was probably the biggest thing of just re-grounding myself and getting clarity on all those pieces, and so it definitely helped.
That's fabulous. Thanks so much, Nicole, for sharing.
Awesome, no worries.